My good friend Atheist Rue, also known as Devon Tracy.
The name is Tracy. Devon Tracy.
So he posted an article about a Palestinian who was killed by some Israelis, and I didn't click the article. I don't really know what the story is about, but
Sort of a bad start, TJ, when basically you've just admitted that you have no effing clue what you're talking about. But you're going to talk anyway. It's not going to stop you.
he basically said something akin to, "So that's going to be the headline, huh? Israeli kills Palestinians. Well, why don't you tell us why?" I'm paraphrasing his tweet. I'm paraphrasing it. You can go look on Twitter if you want to see what he actually said in specific detail. And I thought it was very strange, because during this whole kerfuffle, wherein he was trumpeting black crime statistics.
Did you say trumpeting black crime statistics? Here are the crime statistics, everybody. Yeah, just talking about them, TJ. That's all I did, is talked about them in reaction to white, guilt-riddled pussies like you and Jacqueline Glenn jumping on the fuck white people bandwagon, jumping on the I feel uncomfortable about my white skin and I'm still not comfortable with slavery. Oh, I condemn it. Any normal, sane person condemns it. But it's our history, and I'm white and they're black. Look, they're still fucking here. God, is that awkward. The slaves are still here. Fuck, how should I deal with that? I know, I won't talk about the crimes they commit. That's a good start. And if somebody does, if somebody like Devon Tracy mentions, so much as fucking mentions, the crime stats, I will label him a racist. That is my duty. As a regressive. That's the least I can do for black people. Black people, don't worry. I'll be your best buddy. I'll turn a blind eye to your absolutely atrocious crime. And I'll fling my racism label at anybody who doesn't. Because I don't think you can defend yourself. And I consider you to be a victim based on the color of your skin. Are you okay? Do you want a drink of water? Do you have post-traumatic slave disorder? I'm sorry for the billionth time. Even though I didn't enslave you, I'm sorry.
And saying black people need to stop committing crimes. I remember specifically asking him, well, why do you think black people commit crimes?
Why do I think black people commit crimes? TJ, let me answer that for you right now. Right here and now. You could just remove the word black from the sentence because it applies to everybody who commits crimes. People commit crimes because they choose to. Good God, how many times do I have to put on the suit of Captain Obvious and state shit that is, as I'm saying it, I'm embarrassed that I have to say it. And yet I have to say it. My last video, you saw what it looked like to see a Cal State Northridge product go up against a UCLA grad. You are now seeing a high school dropout go up against a UCLA grad. Oh my God! What am I going to do later this afternoon? Rent a machine gun and go shoot fish in a barrel? So yeah, TJ, people commit crime because they choose to. They have free will. They don't have to. They know it's wrong. They know it's illegal. They do it anyway. And I say, fuck them. Now, the black comes into it because black people commit way more crime than every other demographic, every other race in America, per capita. It's not close. Look at the stats yourself. Shove them down your fucking gullet. You do with everything else, why stop there? Just eat the stats, TJ, eat them.
Why do you think that there's a higher crime rate in the black community than in, say, the white community?
Because I don't care. Who fucking cares, TJ? Why? How about what? And who? What is crime? Who is black people disproportionately? Now, listen, what I'm about to say next, I have been forced into because Captain Obvious needs to make another appearance. When I say black people, and in this context, I'm talking about the black criminals. which make up a disproportionate percentage of the crimes we see in our nation. And not recreational weed, I'm talking about murder and rape, and the big ones.
He said, I don't give a fuck about why. Doesn't matter. I'm just trying to spread the facts. Okay. So, you're going to point out a problem, but then when people ask you, well, why does this problem exist? Your answer is, who gives a fuck?
Now, I do like the way he just said that. Listen to the way he says this.
Why does this problem exist? Your answer is, who gives a fuck?
Who gives a fuck? Yeah, I'm going to point out a problem. You are trying to hijack the conversation into this why question. And the answer, TJ, is because they chose to. They acted as independent human beings with the power to choose what they do, and they chose to commit crime, and I condemn them for it, and I acknowledge it as a major problem. Because I respect the black people in this country, and I demand more of them, just like I demand more of everybody in the country. So if the Native Americans in America started going crazy and started committing 53% of the murders, even though they made up only, say, 3%, I would be doing videos about them. And guess what? I wouldn't want to hear from you. Genocide, and we took over their country, and hundreds of years ago, X happened. That is horseshit, TJ, and you know it. And guess what? I don't give a fuck.
But then, when some Israelis kill a Palestinian, all of a sudden the reasons why are very, very important.
TJ, oh my fucking Christ. TJ, okay, pull up a chair. I'm going to explain this to you, fat ass. What the Israelis did to the Palestinian was not a crime. When a man is coming at you with a knife, trying to kill you, having stabbed other people, when that is the situation, you killing him is not a crime. It is called self-defense. It is called sanity. You must kill that person. That is the only moral thing to do. So you trying to compare an act of self-defense from the IDF with all of black crime. So I'm talking about one case in particular where you have a knife-wielding maniac getting shot down as he's trying to kill people. And you compare that to all of the crime stats within the black community, which is theft, assault, rape, murder, arson, all of that. And I got news for you, even though you said it on Twitter, you do not rape in self-defense. And while it's possible to murder in self-defense, it wouldn't even be called murder. It would be classified as a non-crime. You walk free. The murders that I refer to from the national stats are not self-defense murders, you fucking moron. They are crimes. And there is no excuse for crimes. And I love his conflation of, oh, well, you said that there was a reason the Israelis did it, but you don't care about the reasons of black. Not all reasons are created equal. There are legitimate reasons and there are bullshit reasons. So if a guy is trying to kill you with a knife and you shoot him, that is a valid reason that is beyond relevant to the story. To not mention that is an atrocious oversight. The entire story is I shot a guy who was coming at me with a knife. But the pro-Palestinian news outlets will just list it as Israeli kills a Palestinian and ignore the most important part of that story. Your reasons for black crime have included things such as poverty, socioeconomics, racism, slavery. Those are what we in the industry call fucking bullshit reasons. That nobody cares about, nobody should care about, nobody gets a pass based on that shit. The judge doesn't give a fuck, and neither do I, and neither do honest black people who are willing to look at their own community and say, you know what guys, this is not legitimate. The Black Lives Matter movement is fucking scandalous. Trying to say the problem is white cops and it's just cops in general, police brutality, ignoring the fact, ignoring where the violence is coming from. Oh yeah, out of all the black people killed in a year, cops killed 0.04%. And most of those completely justified. Meanwhile, 93% comes from within the community from black people. It's amazing. And they don't register those stats. That's just not, well, yeah, 93 versus 0.001. Yeah, I'm going to focus on the 001. It makes me feel more comfortable.
Man, why would that be?
No, not anyway. See, he's trying to imply that When an Israeli does it, somehow I'm for it because they're white-ish? First of all, I love that fact. See, he's on the Palestinian side of this. Here, TJ, just to fucking show you how obvious of a situation this is. If an Israeli attacks a Palestinian with a knife and the Palestinian kills him, I would side with the Palestinian and say the Palestinian justifiably killed this Israeli because the Israeli was trying to kill him with a knife. Same goes with white people who try to use bullshit reasons to absolve themselves of the responsibility of the crimes they commit. If a white guy kills somebody or rapes somebody and goes, yeah, but I'm poor, I would say, no, I don't care if you're poor, white guy. It's not good enough. I don't care. I condemn you. So my logic applies to all races. You want to keep this in the black-white paradigm because that's your last gasp effort. All you're saying is, you're racist, you're racist. Look, you sided with the whiter guy in this situation, and look, you criticize black people here. I criticize anybody. This applies to everybody. The logic remains the same.
Anyway, I said basically that to him, and his response, I should just pull it up on my phone.
Oh God, what did I say? I'm sure it was something brilliant.
I'm sorry I didn't have this stuff ready to go. That's why this is a TJ Does Life video, because I don't feel like he's worthy of sitting down and scripting something out.
By the way, for all you kids at home who don't want to turn into an obese, morbidly obese, grotesquely obese man, don't drink Coke. Do you see the Coke over there? I don't drink soda. I drink water. That's a word to the wise. Pro tip from a healthy, physically fit human adult.
But I did want to talk to him for reasons that'll probably become clear as we proceed on. So, after I noticed that bit of what I perceive to be hypocrisy, maybe it's not hypocrisy, maybe there's perfectly a reason for it, I said, oh, so now you care about the why behind violence, eh? His response to that, in his usual atheist-rue eloquence, was, yes, you micro-dicked fuck. It's called self-defense. I suppose you think blacks rape, murder, and steal for self-defense.
Yes, I love it.
Yeah, blacks rape, murder, and steal for self-defense. First of all, most black people do not rape, murder, or steal.
Can you believe this incredible reaction he has? So he's now criticizing me for saying the word blacks. So I didn't have enough room in the tweet to be like, the blacks who commit rape, murder, and theft. No, I shortened it for the sake of pragmatism, just to say blacks who commit. I realize, TJ, that most black people don't rape, murder, and steal, you fucking moron. But look, he thinks it's justified now to make a point of, look, this guy said blacks. That could mean, if you completely took it out of context, and if you stopped the sentence right there, that he thinks every single black person does these things. Now, he knows, I've explained it to you. You read the conversation I had with him. I mean, I've done video after video on this. This is common sense. And yet he still finds it worthy to try to portray me as somebody who thinks all black people rape, murder, and steal. Nice try.
But yeah, of some of those who kill, yeah, some of it probably is in self-defense. In fact, some of it definitely is in self-defense.
No, and you know what he said? His reaction to that tweet was, yes, sometimes you can rape, murder, and steal in self-defense. And which my flying monkeys were like, really? You can rape in self-defense? How does that work, TJ? And then he realized, that was kind of stupid. But now he's talking about murder in self-defense? Yes, TJ, I'm aware that that's possible. It's not even called murder. You can kill in self-defense, which is what the Israeli cop did. But the black murderers that we see in our nation are not in self-defense. No, TJ. That not be true. If they were in self-defense, they wouldn't be on the list. It wouldn't be a murder. They would be off the list. The national stats on murder are about murder, and there are thousands of them.